And now it's all, you see all that, I had it like, it was perfection. All right, so it was perfection though. Now look at this, now it's all, that's it, shoot's over, shoot's over. I quit. All right, so with Dominique, we're gonna do the white background. It took me a while to get set up, but finally got that set up. The important part is if you don't want to have to do a lot of work in post, make sure your white background is very white and neat and clean. Smooth out any dimples if you can, like I already got some, so I'm gonna have to, that's where you ripped the paper earlier. I don't want to say anything, but.
This is a shit day for all of us, huh?
And now it's all, you see all that, I had it like, it was perfection. I quit. All right, so we discussed using a white background, you're good, using a white background, but making it more of a vibey, like a gray. So when you do that, you don't want to splash a lot of light on the backdrop. So I'm using a 3-light setup, and to keep the light from spilling on the backdrop, I'm using grids. And all they do is they focus the light this way, and they prevent it from coming back here so much. If I didn't have them on there and I had them close to the backdrop, you'd get some light on the background. So I'm using 2 AD300s by Godox for the lights on the background. Both of these have grids to prevent spill, and then my main light, my key light, is a Godox AD400 with a glow 36-inch Parasnap, also gridded. I'll probably move it a little to the side just because I don't want a lot of light blast in the background. That just keeps it more gray. So you'll see what I'm talking about once we get going. So if only we had some more shoes.
I have to turn you though. Yeah, go. Yeah, perfect. Keep going. Okay, but that was a good video. Dude, that is kind of badass.
Professionals. Professionals.
However you can. There's your role.
All right, so camera, I'm using Sony A7IV with the Godox X2T trigger. The first thing I usually do is just turn everything off, and I'll get, right now my settings, I'm at 1/160th at 5.6 at ISO 100, and you can see the preview screen is all black. So if I took a picture right now of the room, the result is a black picture. That's telling me that these overhead lights shouldn't factor into the lighting, just that these lights are lighting her, okay? What else? I think that's it. So the first thing I'll do is I'm going to actually turn this light off, the key light, and I want to just see how these lights are hitting her and what they look like before I do that. So I'll go to my trigger and set my mode to off on my trigger. So what that looks like, I don't know if you can see it, but I set A. If I hit mode, I can have TTL, I can have manual, which right now is at 1/4, or off. And I'm gonna set my C light to, I'm gonna hit C and set my C light mode to off. So right now, all I'm hitting is B, and B is over here. So Dom, I'll have you, let me smooth out this other dimple. I'll have you come when you're ready, and this will be your spot here. And I'm just gonna try to line this light up. Kind of line it up about where she is. She got a little bit taller on me, like once you add heels. So once I'm in a bigger space, I'll get larger strip boxes to provide full coverage head to toe. This space is so small, and those larger strip boxes would like come out to here. So that is why. Let's come back. I'm going to take a shot. And so I'm going to hit play here. You can see the one light is just hitting the left side of her. And I'm just going to turn it down just a little bit because I think it's just a little bit hot. So it's on 1/16 right now. I'm going to turn it down to 1/32. I'm going to take the same shot of lighting her on the left side. So I feel like I've got that dialed in. So now I'm going to come over to this one. Since I changed everything up and raised it, I'm going to try to raise it about the same height. I've got it down at an angle. Let me look at these. So those are about the same. I'm going to have you just take like a half a step right there. Yeah, perfect. And I feel like you moved a little bit on me. I'm not sure. Did you move forward?
I maybe did.
All right. So now I'm going to turn on the C light, which is this one over here. So I hit mode, manual, and I'm going to set it to the same power as the B light. I don't know if you can see that, but so now I've got the two backlights on. I'm going to take a shot, and yeah, let's put both arms down so I can just see how the light is hitting you. So now you can see that I've got some light hitting her on the left side and on the right side. They look about even, and I'm looking at her face too, just to see how the light's hitting her face, and it's about even there. It's not too bright, so it's not blowing anything out, but it's just adding those rim lights on the side. Right, Dom? So then I'm going to hit on my trigger A on the top, and I'm going to change the mode to manual, and now I'm at 1/4 on the main light, and I'm just going to take a shot with the main light on. Yep, she blinked. So you can see now I've got the main light, and it looks pretty good. Let me take a look at it. There we go. So I feel like looking at this shot, I want to bring her, I want the background to be more gray. And so to do that, I'm going to bring her forward just a little bit to have more separation between her and the background. And what that means is if I bring all this up about 6-8 inches, I'm going to have to bring her up about 6-8 inches, right? And let me just see what that looks like.
This thing is amazing.
So if I want, I'm going to move my key light off to the side a little bit, because I feel like I have too much light spilling on the background. I want it more gray than what it is, and that's what I'm looking for. So now I also want to check what I want to look for as I zoom into the camera, and I'm looking at the catch light in the eye, and I want it to be just above the pupil, which is the black circle in the eye. The iris is the bright part, the color part of the eye. So as you can see, the catch light is hitting perfectly just above the pupil, so it's pretty good. And then if we look at the shot, I've got a little more gray, and the background is a little darker, and I did that by pulling her off the background, and two, aiming this key light. I mean, all I did was, instead of having it like this, I had it more like this. With the grid on it, it's directing the light here and less light on the background, and it makes it darker, so you don't get a white background. And Dom's like, can we go now? Are we done? Are you done talking? All right, we're going. You ready? And we're doing just above the knees, 3/4 right now, okay? Perfect. Now, what are you imagining for this shot? What are you, if this is on your website, you're imagining full body, so that means I got to back up.
You know I love full body shots.
And in a small room.
We gotta get the height, Greg.
Right. I know, and it's difficult with you because you're tall. So in this room, it's not that bad right now. So I'm trying to zoom in a little bit, get as far back as I can, and just zoom in as much as I can. I'm probably at about 60 millimeters right now because that's as far as I can get full body. And she wants to look tall. She's already tall, but so what I'll do is I'll bring the camera down and I'll angle it lower without trying to knock everything over here. So one, two, three. All right, now that's a wrap. Probably an outfit you didn't get to see in the video, but I didn't have my own BTS person. And
yes, you did. Don't discredit Sin's videography skills.
I had.
Right.
She faded on me. We got part one, and then she faded on me after that. So you guys get to see part one, and it's a wrap.